I think we can all agree that NBA fans enjoy watching high-flying dunks, crossovers galore, and a whole lot of three-pointers. But we also have to admit that as a fan, we love to watch what we consider giants playing the game. For instance, Taco Fall, who would otherwise be a second thought if it weren't for the fact that he's 7'5". But a lot of the tallest players in NBA history were far from big for nothing. They were legitimately good. Let's take a look at the tallest players to ever step on an NBA court. First up, we have Manute Bol. Manute Bol is easily one of the most recognizable players on our list, standing at 7'7" and weighing around 200 pounds. Bol had a 10-year playing career from 1985 to 1995. He spent his time playing with the Washington Bullets, Philadelphia 76ers, Golden State Warriors, and the Miami Heat. While Bol's skills weren't the best, he was a master shot blocker, leading the league in blocks twice, averaging 5 blocks per game during his rookie year and 4.3 blocks a night later in his fourth season. Over the course of his career, Bol managed to record 3.3 blocks per game. Unfortunately, if you were looking for Bol to be a factor in another way, you would have been quite disappointed. Next up, we have George Mirasan. I'm not sure what was up with the Bullets and extremely tall players, but yes, not long after Bol's time with the Bullets, they managed to pick up George Mirasan, who like Bol stood 7'7". Even though these two were the same height, unlike Bol, Mirasan was definitely more of a factor than Bol. 3 seasons in, the Giant was averaging 14.5 points, 9.6 boards, and 2.3 blocks per game. And if that's not impressive enough, he also led the NBA in field goal percentage 2 years in a row, shooting 58.4% one season and 60.4% the season after. Unfortunately, due to injuries, Mirasan's career did not last long. Which leads us to the third 7'7" player in NBA history, Slavko Vranic. We wish we could say more about him, but he only played 1 game with the Portland Trail Blazers and was never seen in the league again. The next guy on our list is known for 2 things, being 7'6" and being posterized by many. We're talking about Shawn Bradley. It was so bad that Bradley has highlight reels strictly dedicated to guys posterizing him. The Germany native had a lengthy playing career, lasting from 1994 to 2005. Throughout his time, he played for the 76ers, Nets, and Dallas Mavericks. Dallas was where he spent the most time, playing there for the last 8.5 seasons. One guy on our list who had a major impact is Yao Ming. Yao actually managed to make an all-star appearance. Unfortunately, his career started and ended with the Houston Rockets due to injuries. He lasted 9 years in the NBA before being forced to retire due to injuries. The 7'6" center made 8 All-Star teams and actually possessed a nice offensive game. He eventually became a global ambassador for the NBA, and over the span of his career, he averaged 19 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks per game. The 6th tallest player in NBA history on our list is Chuck Nevitt. He wasn't a household name, but the 7'5" center bounced around the NBA for a considerable amount of time between 1982 and 1994. Nevitt managed to play on 5 different teams, including the Rockets, Lakers, Pistons, Bulls, and Spurs. Unfortunately, he didn't exactly play much during his career. 155 games to be exact, while only averaging 5.3 minutes per game. But he did win a championship with the Lakers in 1985. Next is the NBA's favorite giant, Taco Fall. Fall was signed by the Boston Celtics as an undrafted free agent, and it happened to be a 2-way contract with the franchise, which means his contract depends on what league he plays in, whether that's the G League or the NBA. Fall clearly has some talent, as he has a soft touch and moves incredibly well for someone of that height. Of course, in today's NBA, speed and being able to defend in a space is a major factor. So I'm not sure if the big man will have a long career. You probably wouldn't believe me, but Fall's parents are pretty average when it comes to height. His dad reached just 6 feet tall, while his mom stands at 5'9". The next player spent his entire 11 years playing with the Utah Jazz. We're talking about Mark Eaton. Eaton played between 1982 and 1993 and became one of the best rim protectors in NBA history. The 7'4" big man led the league in blocks 4 different times and once averaged 5.6 blocks per game in a single season. Eaton managed to be able to stay healthy, completing 5 full 82-game seasons. Another ridiculously big man who was very skilled was Rick Smits. Smits, who stands at 7'4", played with the Indiana Pacers for all 12 of his NBA seasons between 1988 and 2000. He averaged double figures year in and year out, and ended his career averaging 14.8 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks per game, while shooting 50.7% from the floor. Shaquille O'Neal once said that Smits was one of his toughest matchups. That brings us to our final big man on our list, Boban Marjanovic. Before there was Taco, there was Boban. The 7'4" giant began his NBA journey with the San Antonio Spurs back in 2015 and only spent one season there. Since then, he's bounced around from the Pistons, Clippers, Sixers, and Dallas Mavericks, where he currently is. When it comes to skills, offensively, Marjanovic is solid, but does struggle a bit on defense. Also, he isn't much of a rim protector. He's averaged only 0.4 blocks per game for his career. Just like Fall, Boban's parents are not vertically gifted. His father is 5'9" and his mother is 5'6". Sometimes it's crazy to believe it's possible to reach these heights. If you've enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more.